Hey, what's up guys, Peter here. So I've done a few little mods here and there to the Lambo over the past few weeks. So I wanted to do this little update video to keep you up to date on everything that's going on with the car. You guys are always asking if I'm gonna do more things. Well, I don't plan to do any more big mods. I'd say the car is pretty much done now that it's twin turbo, but I've done some little things to kind of enhance the car overall, and I think they make a big difference. So let's go take a look at the car and I'll show you what I've done. So the very first thing I've done, you may be able to see it from out here, but there's a dash cam right there on the front of the windshield. And I've also got a rear dash cam, and the back window is so tinted that you can't even see it from outside. So I'm gonna have to open the doors to show you here. By the way, check out the new car in the garage. Sexy new Audi RS4. I'm gonna be doing some mods to that soon. That's Emily's daily driver. We got rid of the Volvo S60R, by the way, but I want to do a separate video on that, so we won't talk about it yet. Let's go in the car here, and I'll show you what these dash cams look like. So it's kind of hard to see because it's directly behind my rear view mirror right there. I can't even see it when I'm driving, and I guess that's the way it's supposed to be, but it's mounted right there. And you can see that I've got the power cord unplugged because this will actually record for up to 6 hours once I park the car. But where I have the car sitting in the garage for, you know, sometimes days at a time, I don't care to just record the car sitting in the garage. So when I bring the car home, I immediately unplug it. But if I go to, like, take the car somewhere to a public place and I park it, I will just leave it all plugged in, and I basically just leave the car, you know, set the alarm or whatever, and this will actually record. So if someone messes with my car or someone hits it in the parking lot while I'm inside, then, you know, I have it on video. So this is basically, the box basically says, this is your silent witness, and that's kind of true. So if anything happens on the road when I'm driving, or if I'm parked and away from the car for a while, it's going to be on camera. And I've also got one in the back. So there's that right there. You may have seen that, the back one, or the rear dash cam, in some of my recent vlog videos when I'm driving down the road. You'll notice this mounted up in the back, and that basically powers on at the same time that the front one powers on, and I'm getting everything in front of me and behind me recorded at all times. Pretty cool. I've always wanted one of these. I've just, you know, didn't get around to ordering one, but I ordered one and had my friend Matt at Luxury Details in Framingham, Mass, install it for me. Now, while he had the car, I also had him hardwire my radar detector. So you guys know that I've been using the Valentine V1 radar detector since I got the car, but before it was kind of mounted up in a pretty much a ghetto way. It was mounted right here. Cord used to run down right here and plug into my cigarette, or whatever the heck this thing's called, cigarette outlet right there. And then while I'm driving down the road, this little console here couldn't close all the way because the cord was there. It's kind of a pain in the ass and kind of ghetto. So I'm kind of glad, I'm really glad that we now have this thing hardwired up. So the wire basically goes up into the headliner there. You can't even see it. And so when I power on the car now, the radar detector turns on automatically. When I shut the car off, it automatically turns off. Before, I would have to remember to turn it off when I shut the car off. And that's actually how I've killed my battery before, is I forgot to turn off the power to the radar detector and kill the battery in the car. So that's not an issue anymore. I highly recommend getting your radar detector hardwired like that. It's just so much easier, so much better. Another little thing that I may do, there's a lot of stuff up here on the windshield, and when you look at the car from outside, it's pretty noticeable that there's a lot of stuff. Let me go over here and see if I can show you. You can definitely see there's a lot of stuff on the windshield. So what I'm thinking about doing is a couple things. I think I may black out the Easy Pass. I have a friend who did that. I think he just spray painted it or plasti dipped it, so it blends in with everything else. So I may black out my Easy Pass, and I may slightly tint the windshield. I know Parker from Vehicle Virgins, his Lambo, the windshield is actually tinted. And I know this because my friend Steve now owns Candace, his old Lambo. And you can't even tell when you're inside the car that it's tinted, but outside, it looks awesome. You can't see that much of the inside. And I think I may tint the windshield to help hide some of that clutter. Another thing I did is I put these egear paddle extensions on the car. So the factory ones, you can see it right there underneath the big paddle extension, are pretty small, and they're kind of embarrassing looking compared to like some of the newer cars. So these are actually Fabspeed egear paddle extensions. Now I actually purchased these from a friend used. He actually sold his Gallardo, and he sold these to me for pretty cheap. They basically just slip on right over the factory egear paddles, and let me tell you, it makes shifting so much easier. You don't miss shifts anymore because you have pretty much, I don't know, like triple the area, or at least double the area that you used to have for shifting. So they look a lot cooler, they're easy to install, they're cheap, and they make shifting a lot easier. So if you have one of these cars, I highly recommend you pick up these egear paddle extensions. They're cheap enough and they make a big difference. I don't plan to do too much else to the car. Like I said, I think I've put a fair amount of money into the car over the past 2 years, and I'm done. I don't want to mod the car anymore. I mean, I would like to go crazy on the interior and, you know, do like a carbon fiber theme, but carbon fiber is just ridiculously expensive, and I don't want to sink any more money into the car because that's money that I will never get back. Like, at least with the twin turbo build, it does kind of add to the overall value, you know, the amount of money I can ask for the car. I'll still lose some money if I decide to sell in the future, but for the most part, you know, I'll get a lot back, you know, a lot of that investment back. With carbon fiber pieces and stuff like that, I can't see me getting, you know, that investment back. And, you know, I may keep this car forever, like I said, and add something in the future like a Mercy or a Huracan, or I may decide to trade this a year from now and get something like a Huracan. You know, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm just enjoying the car right now, and while there are some other things I would like to do, I don't think it would be smart financially to just keep dumping money into it. So I'm not going to do any carbon fiber or anything like that, although it would look really cool. So something else that's been driving me crazy for quite a while now is this passenger door speaker grille. So when I had the GPS installed from a local audio company, it was actually Pine Tree Mobile in Scarborough, Maine. You know, they did a good job installing it, you know, installing the unit itself, but let me tell you, they left a mess throughout the car. They left a bunch of bolts loose in my engine bay because they had to wire the backup camera, and they also broke this speaker grille, which I don't even know why they would have to take that out, but they did. And I ended up, there's some plastic tabs on the back of this that they broke. So I had just fixed it with some double-sided tape temporarily, and I bought a new speaker grille, and, you know, with tabs on the back that are not broken off. Well, over time, I just never got around to it, and the tape kept on coming loose, and it was driving me crazy. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy a new speaker grille and replace it. So I bought a new speaker grille, but I have a very early Gallardo. So they actually changed the design of these tabs. So when I bought this, it doesn't even fit on my door. Like, I would have to custom fit it. So this doesn't fit. So while my radar detector was getting hardwired and the backup cam or the dash cams were getting installed, I also had my friend Matt fix this speaker grille. So I don't know what he did. I'm not going to take it off and look, but it looks like it's on there pretty solid now. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to give you a quick little update on these little things that I do to the car. These are things that have been on my to-do list for quite a while. These are things that make driving this car a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit easier. The dash cam, like I said, I've seen other people like Rob Dom get in accidents, and the fact that he had a dash cam, he was able to capture at least the plate of the person who hit him. So I've always wanted a dash cam for that reason right there. In case something happens on the road, I get into an accident, or heck, what if I got pulled over one day and a cop tried to, say I was doing something I wasn't doing, or whatever. It's always good to have that dash cam in case something happens. I'm glad that I have them now. A little funny note, the dash cam picks up, sorry, I keep cutting my face off. The dash cam picks up impact. So if you get in an accident, it starts recording. If it's not recording for some reason, it will start once it senses an impact. A little funny note, I've been noticing that the camera, the dash cam, starts recording, or it thinks we're getting into an accident when I stomp on the gas. So I think the G-forces from all the power the car makes now with being twin turbo, I think that the camera thinks we're getting in an accident. I'm not sure, but it beeps and it's doing something every time I step on the gas. So I'm gonna have to do some fine tuning there because it is kind of annoying, but for the most part, I'm happy with the dash cam. So if you like these kind of videos, guys, please let me know by pressing that like button. Let me know in the comments, do you think I should do anything else to the car? Little things, what do you think I should do? Do you have any questions about anything that I've done? Let me know. But like I said, go ahead and press that like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you're new here. Check out my other videos, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.